Hi Scorpio, welcome to Kiwis and Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This is your brand new love reading for the month of August, and it's a brand new spread today based on the Tree of Life. I've developed it myself, so please check the description and the little video below that just explains the process of what each section really means, okay? Thank you so much for your support on my channel so far, guys. Those people that haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Obviously you can like and you can share the content on here as well. For those of you that have ordered personal readings, thank you very much. Feel free to add a review to my Facebook page, and obviously you can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook for daily content. Now, Scorpio, the energy is extremely strong for you guys, okay? Obviously I've meditated and all that stuff before I've started, and before I've even started, the heat, if you could feel the heat in here and you could feel the pain in my head, you would know what I'm talking about. So I'm not reluctant to do the reading. I'm just sort of, I don't know, the energy is very, very strong, and as you know, I'm a Reiki master. My job is to experience those energies for you. Sometimes that can be quite difficult. So try to bear with me as we go today. Okay? So I'm going to draw 6 cards initially, and I'll explain how I'm going to start. Okay, the first card is your overall energy and or focus for this month, and that is the King of Cups. Lovely. The second card is going to relate to what or who you could encounter or experience in August. The third card, your perspective or your recent past. The fourth card is love potential or love lesson in the month of August. The fifth card is your challenge for the month of August. And finally, your sixth card is your advice, how to achieve balance. Now, there's a lot of cards that want to come out for you guys, okay? So this card wants to come out, as does the one on the bottom. I don't know what they are. I've no idea. But when they need to come out in the reading, this one wants to come out as well. When they want to come out in the reading, they will tell me. They will just direct me for that, okay? So this one as well. Sorry about this. There's a lot of cards that want to come out for you. Okay, so let's start with the King of Cups, okay? The first card, as I said, is your overall energy, which is lovely, okay, for the month. This is the King of Cups. This is your energy. This is your sign, Scorpio. This is water related to your sign, Pisces and Cancer. As you well know, the water signs, cups energy are all about our emotions and balancing our emotions. Bear with me a second. There's a want for you this month to be fully engaged and fully mindful of your emotions, of your emotional experiences. There's the energy of that. This is the card that links to that. So let's have a look at it. 3 of Wands. The threes are basically the receipt of knowledge or intuition. It's about awakenings, it's about understanding, number 3s, it's about clarity is number 3, and this card's wand energy is about our passions, it's about movement. This is in a combination. This energy, the 3 of Wands, is about waiting to receive. It's about you've already put the energy, the effort out there, and you're waiting to receive that back. This is related to emotions though. So for some of you, you're in love with someone, you are separated from that person at the moment, and you're waiting for that person to return. So it could be that, you know, the person's working in another country, for example, or in another part of the country, working away from you, and you are waiting for that person to come back. That person comes back this month, in the month of August, and you're very happy and very excited about that. You love that person, they love you. So others of you will have been separated from a soulmate. Others of you would have been separated from a soulmate, from somebody that you actually are in love with, or someone that you have strong feelings for you have a strong connection with, and for some reason the two of you have been separate. It might not have been on bad terms, it may have been on bad terms for some of you, but this is a coming together. This is a coming together, coming back together, in love. Some of you might have just been single for a very long time. For example, you could be super single, and this is now you've learned the lessons that were necessary in order to be solid and standing on your own 2 feet and in control of your emotions and aware of your past woundings and all that, and now you're able to start a new relationship. So let's have a look at the rest of the cards and how they and what they say, to what they tell us for the month of August for you. So next, Cancer, we have what or who you could encounter or experience in the month of August, and that is, wow, okay, so look at that, 6 of Cups. I love it when the cards do that, you know, when they speak to each other, when they communicate with each other, when they tell a nice little story. So this, for some of you, is someone from the past. It's someone that you think fondly of, someone that you've been separated from. This can be related to soulmates, as I said. You know, 6s are related to continuation. They're related to life, balance, harmony, order, wisdom. So this is suggestive that it is potentially someone from your past that is coming back, that you've been waiting for, someone that you've been separated from, and you're coming back together with that person. I mean, it's quite straightforward, this card, but there's another one that wants to come out, and I think it's this one here. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess here. Your intuition is speaking to you when I said that. Some of you are, maybe you've been dreaming about a person, maybe you've been dreaming about someone from your past, maybe you've been dreaming about someone you haven't met, you know, someone that you like and you're attracted to, but you just have never been in a commitment or in a relationship together. They could be coming back this month. You might be able to feel that return. You might be able to feel, you know, the stirrings beneath the surface of love that you feel for them, or that they feel towards you. So there's, for some of you, there's definitely there's potential for a return, to go back into something, to be drawn to somebody. This is the card from your past. Okay, so this is your perspective or your past. So if it's your perspective, this is that you want change. So for some of you have been single for a long time, you've been on your own, and you want a change. You want your perspective is that you want a new way of existing, and that is something that can definitely happen this month. You know, if you are someone that wants to change, you've already put the work in, you've already put that out there to the universe, you've already been doing the healing. So for some of you, your perspective this month is, I want a change, and that change can come. That change can come in for you this month, okay? I want a change in love. That change can come in for you this month. If this is related to your past and you apply it, this card wants to clarify this card, so we'll put that there now. If it is related to your past, this is saying that in the past you made a change. You made a U-turn. You were maybe in a relationship with somebody for a long time, and you ended that relationship. This card's going to tell us what this is. Balance and reciprocity with the 6 of Pentacles. So some of you could have been in a relationship that didn't feel balanced. There was no balance. There was no equal give and take, and that's something that's changed. That's something that has changed, that has just changed for you, that you're experiencing now, a renewal of love in your relationship, a renewal or a renewed commitment, a renewed passion, a renewed excitement in your relationship. For some reason, this one, there's a lot of energy for you guys. So this one wanted to come out. This is the Devil card. So for some of you, you could be dating a Capricorn, actually. Pentacles energy is related to the earth sign. The earth signs. The Devil is related to obviously the sign of Capricorn as well. It's like there was an imbalance in the past. There was sometimes we're just not recognizing the karma that we're in. We're not recognizing the karmic cycles that we're in. That happens to all of us. It happens to to me as well. And I'm someone who spends time meditating with these energies and reflecting on my life and all that, so that I can do my job as well as I can do it. And even I miss things. Even I don't know. I don't always know what the best thing is for me, obviously. I don't do the right things all the time. And I think that sometimes we don't recognize the karma, we don't recognize the cycles. And I feel like there's been a change somewhere, whether, again, this is your past, your perspective, whether you're starting to realize that there is imbalance in a relationship, that a relationship was toxic. Because some of you have ended a relationship, some of you have. And it was the right thing to do for some of you. Others of you are... it was the right thing to do for some of you because you needed to have that space and that time. This is a card to be on your own. The Star card, excellent, a card of healing. So some of you are healing through a breakup. But the breakup isn't... the breakup isn't the thing. The breakup's not the thing. The breakup's not the point. The point is the lesson. The point is the recognition of the imbalance, or the recognition of the toxicity, and the recognizing that this is a pattern that you have repeated, that some of you have repeated, and you have to apply this. These are all the past perspectives. These are past perspectives. These are where you could be coming from. So you apply which one relates to you. They're all clarifying the Chariot card. So for some of you, there's been imbalance in your relationship. You've been giving and not receiving to relationships. That's one of your cycles. Others of you, there's been codependency. You've not really been loving yourself enough in order to be in a relationship. Therefore, the people that you've been in relationships with have also had that same wounding, and the two of you it's been a very toxic environment and situation for you and for that person. It's like a breakthrough happens, or a breakthrough has just happened, where you start to see those imbalances, you start to see those cycles and the way that you have repeated certain mistakes or certain experiences. The knowledge, the wisdom, the clarity, the consciousness of understanding those cycles is the healing card. And recognizing that it's for your best, for your highest good. It's what's going to be... it's what's going to lead to your healing and the beginning of new cycles karmically, and new love, new love karma. Okay. In fact, that is Cancer's reading title, New Love Karma. So some of you might be dating a Cancer. Anyway, the next card is your love potential or love lesson. So this is a card of temperance. I've probably mentioned this. If I haven't, I'm going to mention it now. Since the beginning of this year, since January, I have been meditating on the temperance energy. I've done lots of work and spending time with this energy, trying to understand it. I've done writing about it. I've meditated with this card so often, with this energy of temperance, trying to understand it. And it's such an interesting energy to me. It's a card of waiting for inspiration before we take action. It's a card of taking action and then waiting to see how that action impacts us, how we feel about that action. This is in love. This is about healing in love. This is about healing our karmic cycles. This is about transforming our karmic cycles. And the way that we do that is by being mindful of how we feel emotionally within any given moment in our relationships. If we have an argument in this relationship with this person, how does that feel? If this person rejects me in my relationship, how does that feel? If I am asked out for a date, how do I feel? And it's not just on the surface, how do I feel? It's about, how is my self-esteem impacted? How is my ego impacted? What then does that make me do? This is about uncovering your karma and healing through it. I'm surprised I've not seen the Knight of Pentacles. That's his card. That's what he does. It's a stressful... your love lesson is a stressful one, because it's that level of healing of, and it's challenging to reflect on our patterns, to reflect on the things that we need to in order to overcome certain patterns. It's a challenge for us. But with temperance here, this is such a healing energy. This is an energy that says the inspiration comes from the listening, comes from the waiting, comes from the recognition of your real emotional experiences within relationships or as a single person. Okay, and some of you, for that will be stressful. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you'll have seen the post all about the nines, where I talk about the nines, all the energy of the nines. They're related to Hermit. You can check out that post actually on the community tab on here on YouTube, or as I said, just head over to Instagram. By the by, I've done a post about this as well. This card is so interesting, by the way. So please read about the High Priestess. I loved, oh my God, that post was fabulous. But yeah, you know, with the nines, it is about a challenge. It's about an internal challenge, being challenged to overcome karmic cycles, to end them finally once and for all. Basically, that's what the nines are all about. And this is about cycles in your mind. This is about the last push, really, that you need, the confidence that you need to have in order, Scorpio, that you can overcome things. You are ready and supported and protected. I can't tell you enough how warm this feeling is that I'm getting from this. And by warm, I mean compassionate. You are being protected. Some of you will recognize and identify with your spirit guides, angels, whatever you call them. Some of you will recognize and feel and resonate with their influences in your life now. Some of you will be noticing the same number over and over, or hearing the same song on the radio over and over, or being drawn to wearing the same colour over and over, or whatever it is. And that is your spirit guides showing, or your ancestors, your whatever you believe. There's energy around you of love and of healing. And some of you will be experiencing synchronicities. Some of you will be noticing those things, and that is your guides, your angels, whatever you want to call it, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, being around you and saying, we're here to support you, we're here to help you with your healing. This is a cycle that you need to overcome, and a cycle that you can overcome, and a cycle that you are ready to overcome. Remember, the Chariot is about victory, this is about reciprocity, and sixes are about balance as well. So it's about wisdom gained, and you've got two sixes already. Anyway, let's move on. I've gone over my time, haven't I? 15 minutes. Challenge. This is your challenge, okay? So this is your challenge. It's a Two of Pentacles. You know, I'm going to really sum it up very quickly, okay? Twos are about our will, to the divine will, whatever divine is to you, to create something, to be moved into action. It's a commitment that we make. And the Two of Pentacles is about the emotional difficulty we have in taking action. It's being held back from taking action because of the uncertainty of outcome. That's what this is about. I mean, your challenge for this month is you do not know how things are going to turn out. You don't know how things are going to turn out in love. It might be that there's two people, two relationships. It might be that there's two ways of thinking. It might be that there's two ways of you try to be positive, but you talk yourself down. For example, you try to be optimistic about love life, but you talk yourself down. It's the overcoming that which is challenging for you, and that's because of the emotional ties. That's because it goes deep. It's connected to not necessarily your self-esteem, but your identity. you know, for example, you know, you always get the girls, or you always get the guys by being a joker, you know, funny, the class clown, you know, acting out, playing up and messing about. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. But really, that's not you. You know that actually you're quite sensitive. You're quite, you know, emotional. You know, you're very gentle. You know, you'd much rather listen and be passive than take the lead, for example. And it's about, that's what I mean about identity. And it's about there's like a not a challenge to your identity necessarily, but it's about who you're going to be. Are you going to be you? Truly you, authentic you? And that's how you're going to meet that person. That's how you're going to be with that person. That's how you're going to have a successful, solid relationship. Or are you going to choose the frivolous success of leading with something that isn't truly in your nature and something that doesn't truly represent who you are? Are you going to lead with that? Because in the short term that works, but in the longer term, you know it doesn't. It's that type of weighing up. You know, it's that type of weighing up. So you've got a long reading, so don't think it's just necessarily about two relationships. Yeah, it can be about two relationships, two options. Yeah, it can be, but it's more. There's much more than that with the Two of Pentacles. There's so much more to it than having two options. It's the emotion that goes into trying to weigh up those two options. It's the emotional energy that we put into trying to make a decision, and that is the thing that challenges us with the Two of Pentacles, if that makes sense. Okay, you'll have to rewind that part. You'll have to go back to understand. But I do like, this is me, and I put a lot of information into my readings, don't I, sometimes? Okay, final card for you. This card wants to come out to clarify this, and I didn't want to say Knight of Wands. So, you know, maybe you've been, wait a second, sorry. This isn't a maybe card. This is, you know what you need to do. That's what this card's saying. You know what you need to do. You know what direction you need to go in. You know what action you need to take, Scorpio. And so it's kind of like this is redundant. It's like, you know what energy you need to take, but you're taking your time about making the decision. You know what action you need to take, but you're taking your time. You're waiting before you take action. That's Temperance. This is what Temperance feels like when we experience Temperance. We don't Major Arcana, universal energy, you know, this is the experiences, the minors. So you can experience that. It's kind of how it feels, and it's kind of like, you know what you want to do. You feel a little bit, you know, inadequate though. You don't feel really ready to make that step. And again, wait for inspiration, you know, in this month. Wait for that inspiration and listen to it when it arises, okay? I've suddenly got really hungry and started thinking about having a salad. Oh, I'm excited. I've got chicken salad. Anyway, the next card is your advice for the month, or how to achieve balance, and it's the Emperor. Fabulous. It's so nice to see this card. I'm starting to love the Emperor, actually. The Emperor is about balance, stability, security. It's card number 4. Again, Instagram and Facebook followers will have read the post on all the 4s, or 444, what that means. Check that out. It's on my community section as well. The Emperor, I've got a lot more love for the Emperor. It's related to the sign of Aries, but it's about 4, so it's about solid foundations, organization. It's a masculine card. It's a card of action. It's a card of being in control. It's a card of the looking again at the structures in our lives, building solid foundations in our lives. So your advice is to build the solid foundations. Your advice is to yes, wait for inspiration and wait to be listen to your intuition, but your advice is to recognize that you already have the wisdom to make a decision, that you already have the wisdom and the foresight and the experience and the balance to manifest precisely what it is you want and to be in control and in charge of the life and the love that you want. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna have to stop there because I need to stop because it's going on long, this video. You know, for you guys overall, the message is very clear. This is a month, Scorpio, when you are ready to embody your energy, you're ready to embody your emotions and listen to how you feel. This is a month where you need to recognize that this healing needs to take place, the support around you to give you that healing, and that you can move confidently in going into the month of September. You can move confidently into a solid commitment, into a solid and commitment, or not commitment, that's not the word I'm looking for. You're going to be ready. You're going to feel ready, strong enough, able, mature enough to enter into the type of commitment that you want. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And the next bi-weeklies with additional love will be going out next week. So check those out. Click the bell as well for notifications of the new stuff, new content. Okay, thank you so much, Scorpio. Have a lovely August. I'll see you all soon. Bye.